Howdy. How's it going? You guys thought I was going to say what's up guys, but I didn't. So, trick's on you. But welcome to your 28th Android tutorial. And we're going to get into, again, some more graphics. I know we worked with Canvas and all that good stuff in the previous few tutorials. But the problem with that is we extended the view. And you don't actually want to do that because the view handles a ton of things already. It handles all the graphics, or I'm sorry, the user interface and all that stuff. So if we add on top of it the graphics that it has to process, it's just going to slow down our application. It's not going to be as efficient, and it's going to kill processing power. So what we actually want to do is we want to set up a whole new thread to handle our animations. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new class to kind of show you guys this example of having a own thread, a new thread to handle some of the draw methods and all that stuff. And what we're going to do is we're going to create this class called SurfaceView example extends activity, and we threw in the onCreate method. Something you guys done a few times, nothing too new there. Then we're going to set up something, you know, just like our view maybe. We're just going to call this view or v, something like that. And again, it's like, hey, what's our view? We don't know what that is. So we have to create that class. So where we're going to create this class is within our SurfaceView example class. And the previous way that we did it, we create a whole new class and then we just, you know, create a new object of that class. It's pretty much the same concept, but we're just going to create this class within our SurfaceView example class. So we're just going to say public class, then we're going to call this our view. Actually, just to be more accurate, we should do our view, or more, you know, some people don't really like when you don't have a class name be uppercase. So just change that to our view. And we're going to say our view extends something called the surface view. So think again, when you guys are doing animation, it's not what's on the inside that counts, it's on the surface. It's kind of like with women. No, I'm just kidding. But then we just add our import here, surface view, and then it's like, hey, you gotta you know, add a constructor. So we're just gonna hover over here again and say add a constructor that takes into context. That looks pretty familiar, right? And then what we want to do is we want to have this class basically be like a thread of its own. So again, if you guys remembered, let me see if I can pull it up. I think it's main. Yeah, we created this thread like this, and we use this run method. We created this run method and all that good stuff. But what we can also do is we can just say, if we want an object of this class to be a thread, we can just say implements runnable. Implements runnable, and then we just have to add the implement methods, or unimplemented methods, I'm sorry, and then we have that run method. So basically this is the same as a thread. You know, basically this view, this surface view, is just going to be a thread now. And you know, here's the run method. When we call it to run, it's going to go do whatever is within within these brackets. But we also want the thread to be able to you know, be stopped if our phone gets a phone call and we call the on pause method. So we're also going to set up a public void pause, and then just go, you know, set up your brackets and everything, and also public void resume. And you know, there we go. We have a few more methods our thread can do, and so now we're going to go again up here within our onCreate method. And again, it's going to be pretty similar to what we did previously. We're going to set up our object that we just created. That's an rView object. We're going to set this equal to new rView and pass in the context of this class. And then we can just, you know, do set content view to v. And again, we haven't really done much. This is still this is going to crash when we run it, but you know, that's basic setup. Again, we're just setting up a new rView object, which is going to call this class right here that we just created, which is going to be a thread that's going to handle our canvas. We're going to draw that canvas, and we can do all that stuff that we want to do. And again, we created this pause method and resume method. Again, they don't mean anything right now, but we can also set those up for the future before we get. So we're just going to right click, go to source, hit override, and we're going to go on pause and throw that method in there, and also on resume. And again, these are methods that are defined by the activity class that we extended. So these are actual methods that have some stuff defined in them already, unlike our pause and our resume method, which doesn't mean anything right now. But what we're going to do is we're going to say, we have this view set up here. We can say within our pause method, we can just say v.pause, because this is the method that we set up down below. So it's going to call that method when we go and pause, and then we can define this method to like pause or thread, or get rid of our thread, however we want to handle it. And then we can also say v.resume within this method. So again, these don't really mean anything, but we can utilize using the activity class that we're extending for our SurfaceView example. And that's basically all there is to it. And again, we still have to set up everything within here, but again, this is what's going to handle all of our drawing without it affecting the actual activity, using the user interface and all that other stuff that this has to process, like we did when we extended the view. It's still like kind of intertwined with that. Now we're setting up a whole new class that's going to be a new thread. We can run that thread, we can pause the thread, and we can resume the thread, which we call those methods again within the on pause and on resume methods. So I know there's already a lot of code there, but hopefully it's not too confusing yet, guys, or hopefully it's not confusing at all. And that's just the basic setup for the SurfaceView example. Again, we haven't really done anything, so make sure you watch the next tutorial. And again, thanks for you guys' support, like thumbsing up and all that good stuff. Definitely appreciate that. And sorry if I was kind of tired in this tutorial, and probably the next one it's like 4 in the morning, so I just wanted to get some out there for you guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one.